Hi everyone, this is Mindy Eggen for Honeybee Stamps, and in today's video I am going to show you how to create realistic weathered wood. It's a beautiful technique for backgrounds for your cards. To start off, I have a few different die cuts here. This is from the Whimsical Spring Flowers. I just die cut them out of 80-pound white cardstock. Now, I could have started with colored cardstock, but I really like using my spray stains. I started with all of the leaves that I die cut out, and I'm spraying it first with Twisted Citron. I like how it has that spray look to it. Now, to add a little interest to it, I took some Lucky Clover and put a little bit on my surface off on the side, along with a drop of water. I'm going to mix those together and then flick these all over those leaves that I have there. To add a little bit of shine, I'm going to bring in Tarnished Brass. This is also a spray stain. I believe my nozzle is pretty clogged because one of my leaves ended up almost entirely sprayed, but I'm leaving it. I thought it added just a really cute touch to it. For my flowers, I decided to do some ink blending on it. I started with picked raspberry just in the center of a couple of the flowers using a mini blending tool. The reason I am using the actual ink pads for this instead of sprays is because I wanted to leave some white around the edges. And I think with the sprays, it would have just kind of covered the whole thing. So this way I'm able to leave a little bit of that white. This time on a few of the flowers, I brought in mustard seed, and I forgot how bright and intense that can be. So I came in with a spiced marmalade on a couple of them, adding just a little bit of that color to the very center. And then for the pink flowers, I came in with a little bit of wilted violet. For my weathered wood technique, I'm actually going to be starting off using the wood frame builder die from Honeybee Stamps. So it creates very realistic looking wood planks. I laid out a bunch of them on 80-pound white cardstock and die cut them out. I actually cut this twice, so I have two sets. Now it's hard to see in camera, but it did emboss amazing detail on these panels. So to kind of give that more weathered look, I'm starting by ink blending the vintage photo. Now you noticed on one of them that it kind of curled up on me. So you don't want to use circular motions like you normally would for ink blending. I'm just literally brushing the color on, sometimes from the sides, the edges, and it doesn't matter if it looks good or not. This is wood and it's not meant to be perfect. I really wanted it to kind of have that vintage worn out look to it. Once I have added color to all of my strips, I am bringing in the ink pad weathered wood that is a distress oxide, and I'm dragging it across all of those panels. Now you're going to see I got some of the edges of the ink pad where it doesn't look good. So you might be thinking at this point, what are you thinking, Mindy? This doesn't look right. But I knew I was going to have a sentiment panel in the center, so I didn't worry about that. And honestly, the finished result looks amazing. So this is another one of those cards where you just have to keep working through it to see the end result. Now for a sentiment, I am using this large hello. This is from Thinking of You Big Time. I'm going to stamp that down in the intense black ink, and I stamp pretty light because I don't want to smush my letters. So that gives me the opportunity to stamp it again and just intensify that color. Also on that stamp set is a small word friend, and I had a little bit of room here on my cardstock. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that down twice in the intense black ink as well. Then I'm going to use the coordinating die to die cut out the word hello. Now that most of my elements are ready, I can start putting my panel together. So I have a piece of white cardstock here that I think is about 3.5 by 4 3/4. So I cut that down pretty small, and I'm going to start adding my wood pieces to this. I started in the center, and the reason I did that is because I didn't want it to come out even. I didn't want to start at the very bottom, matching up with the bottom of the cardstock, because I wanted it to be pretty realistic. So I'm just using tape runner, adding that to that piece of cardstock, and then I can take this over to my paper trimmer and trim off anything that's hanging over, or you could use a pair of scissors would work too. I line the back of this panel with some double-sided foam that I have, so I just removed the release paper, added that to the back of my panel, and then I could remove that other release paper and add this to the front of my card. I also have a piece of white cardstock that I cut using these Stacking Art Deco labels, which I love this. I think this really added to my design, and I just attached that using my tape runner. Then I'm coming in and adding my flowers. So I already planned on popping up my flowers, but for now, I'm just attaching them and overlapping some of the flowers with my tape runner. By using the tape runner, it gives me a little wiggle room to kind of arch this around that label a little bit. And I'll do that in opposite corners. Now, I apologize. One thing I did leave out somehow was that I ended up putting foam squares behind the flowers that not only added dimension, but also secured these better from the back. My die cut word hello was going to overlap my flowers just a little bit. So to make this consistent and kind of flush across the front of the cardstock, I die cut that word hello about 4 more times from a heavyweight cardstock, but I trimmed off the top of the H on those layers because that's going to be the piece that overlaps the flowers. So once I have everything attached with the liquid glue, the hello will be flush with the flowers. I'm also going to take some foam squares and add that behind my smaller sentiment, and I'm going to place that right under the word hello. One last finishing touch is I'm going to add some warm pearls to the center of my flowers, and I apologize, my head got seriously in the way of some of this. I rearranged my camera setup and now my head is suddenly appearing in the shot. So I apologize, but I did come in and just used my tweezers because these pearls already have adhesive on the back. So just added those to the center. That's going to finish up my card project for today. I really hope you enjoyed it. Now you can definitely use those ink blending and swiping techniques on just cardstock and trim them down with your paper trimmer. But I think by using that wood frame builder, you're really getting that detail that the ink catches. So I think this is an amazing result to add for backgrounds. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll see you soon.